himself in a mirror. So he never saw himself. And one day, in the forest, he looks in a pond, and he sees himself, and he falls in love with himself, and he stays there, and he freezes, and he turns into a tree or something like that. It's not all about you. There's a whole world.
I think she needs to come to our house. All the families are.
Fortune telling. I love this one. You predict that things will turn out badly. Yes.
All the time.
All the time. Of course it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
She wasn't going to go on Friday because it was going to be horrible. She didn't fit in anything. But yet she's dressed. She gets dressed 7 days a week. She wears clothes. Something fit her. But the whole closet didn't fit. Magnification. You exaggerate the importance of your problems and shortcomings, or you minimize the importance of your desirable qualities. This is also called the binocular trick. Okay, you know how binoculars zoom in?
Yeah.
Like that. Everything is magnified. Emotional reasoning. You assume that your negative emotions necessarily reflect the way things really are. Oh, I'm sorry. Should statements. You tell yourself that things should, you should be outside, and you should be playing, and you should look a certain way, and you should be the way you hoped or expected them to be. Expectations are the worst things. When we have expectations, we are let down. Okay? Things are as they are. Labeling. Labeling is an extreme form of all or nothing thinking. Instead of saying, I made a mistake, you attach a negative label to yourself. And last one is personalization and blame. Personalization occurs when you hold yourself personally responsible for an event that isn't entirely under your control. I do that all the time. My daughter, I'll tell my kids, oh, I screwed you up. I screwed you up for life. And my daughter is like, Mom, there's only 3 people in the world that can assess your parenting. And it's her and her 2 brothers. But I insist that I'm the worst mother, that I screwed them up for life. It's this whole thing of personalization. Okay? We're not that important. Even with our children. Even with our children. They have an entire world of people that influence them. The media influences you. You don't think it influences them? Their friends, their teachers. And then wait till they grow up. And you're like a fly on the wall. Jay is still 2 years old.
Yep.
But when they get older, mine are in college. You think that I have anything? Please. But we want to feel important. Okay? So resilience. Okay, so 3 pillars of positive psychology. The first is positive experiences. Looking at things as a positive. I'm going to talk to you about PERMA in a second. The second is positive individual traits. We need to find the individual traits. That's why we did the character analysis. And third is a positive community or institutions. Because a positive community comes from the individual. Positive experiences. What we do is we study contentment. How happy are people in the past, the present, and the future? I'm going to give this one out. Positive individual traits. This is when we study strength, resilience, grit, the things that we're doing today. Self-knowledge. And positive community or positive institutions study justice, civility, leadership. We're going to do what's called the PANIS. Sure. The PANIS Gen Scale. This scale consists of number of words that describe different feelings and emotions. So this is related to positive experiences. Read each item, then mark the appropriate answer in the space next to that word. Indicate to what extent you generally feel this way. This is on average. I'll remind me to answer your question about the study, because I don't want to forget.